So let's just jump right in. What if you could have a language tutor who is available, 24/7? One who never gets tired, never judges your terrible pronunciation, and adapts to your exact level, all for pretty much free? Well, that's not science fiction anymore. It's something you can unlock right now just by using the AI tools you probably already have access to. And today, we're going to show you exactly how.
But I'm willing to bet you've tried this before, right? You've gone to an AI chatbot, you've typed in something like, "practice Spanish with me," and the response you get is just flat. It's super frustrating, and honestly, it feels like you're just talking to a very boring wall.
You end up with something like this, just a string of totally generic robotic questions. Hello, how are you? What do you like to do? Where do you live? It's not a conversation, it doesn't correct you, and you learn absolutely nothing. It is, without a doubt, the fastest way to get bored and just quit.
So what's going on? It's so easy to just blame the AI and say, oh, it's not smart enough. But here's the thing, and this is the most important part. The problem isn't the AI. These language models are incredibly powerful. The real problem, it's us. Or more specifically, it's how we're asking. The quality of what you get out is a direct mirror of the quality of what you put in.
And this is where it all gets really, really cool. We're about to see the huge difference between a lazy, bad prompt and a really well thought out, brilliant one. Let's take a look at how this simple change can completely transform your language practice. I mean, check this out. The difference is just night and day. On the left, you get that boring robot. But on the right, by simply telling the AI who to be, act like a friendly tutor for a B1 Spanish learner and correct me gently, it completely changes. It's no longer an interrogation, it's a natural conversation where you're actually getting helpful feedback that you can use. And this works for those nightmare grammar topics too. Ask it to explain the French subjunctive, and you'll get a wall of text that reads like a graduate-level linguistics paper. It's useless. But ask it to explain the subjunctive for a B1 learner, focusing on when and why you'd use it, and suddenly you get a clear, practical lesson with examples you can actually understand. So the takeaway here is pretty clear, right? When you get the prompts right, you stop getting these generic, useless replies. You start getting these personalized, adaptive lessons that honestly feel like you're sitting down with a real, one-on-one teacher who gets you.
So how do you actually do it? Well, it's not some kind of dark art. It's actually a super simple 6-part framework. Think of it like a secret recipe that you can use every single time to get these brilliant results. Let's break it down.
Okay, here are the 6 ingredients. Number 1, define the AI's role. Is it a formal tutor or casual friend? Tell it. 2, specify your proficiency level. This is huge. 3, state your goal. What do you want to achieve right now? 4, set the interaction style. How should it correct you? Gently? Strictly? 5, create a context. Are you ordering coffee? Meeting a friend? And finally, 6, specify the output format. Maybe you want it to explain things in English, for example.
Now that second step, specifying your level, is the absolute secret sauce. Here's why. It lets the AI give you what language learning experts call I+1 input. It just means the language it uses is one step above your current level. And decades of research show that this is the absolute sweet spot. It's how our brains are wired to acquire language most effectively.
So when you put all 6 of these pieces together in your prompt, you're not just asking a simple question anymore. You are literally programming your own personal language tutor, one that's perfectly tuned to your level, your specific goals, and the exact way you like to learn. It is a total game changer.
Okay, so you've got the recipe, but it's also really important to know what not to do. So let's really quickly run through the most common mistakes people make so you can just sidestep them completely.
The number 1 trap? Being vague about your level. Just saying intermediate isn't enough. Another big one is not telling it how to correct you. So you either get no feedback or way too much. Also, don't try to do everything at once. Focus on one thing, grammar or conversation, not both. And finally, don't forget the context. Role-playing scenarios makes the practice so much more real.
And here is a pro tip that will make your prompts even more powerful. Whenever you can, use the official CEFR levels. That's that A1, A2, B1, B2 scale. Instead of saying you're an intermediate French speaker, say, I'm at a B1 level. This gives the AI a super precise, standardized benchmark to work with, and your results will be way more accurate. All right, you have the 6-part framework. You know the traps you need to avoid. So what does this all really add up to? Let's see how this completely changes the game when you compare it to a traditional language tutor. Let's just put it in perspective. A good human tutor can cost you $50, maybe even $200 an hour, and you're stuck with their schedule. Now look at the AI tutor. The cost is practically zero. It's there for you 24/7. It has literally infinite patience. And, as we've just seen, it can be customized down to the tiniest detail of your learning style.
So here's the bottom line. You now have the key. You're not held back by how much money you have, or what time of day it is, or whether you can find the right person. You have a powerful, patient, personalized tutor right in your pocket, ready to go whenever you are.
And that is the real transformation here. You're moving away from just getting basic translations and word lists, and you're moving into these truly personalized, adaptive learning experiences that will absolutely speed up your journey to fluency. And that brings us to the final, and really the most important question of all. Now that you have the framework to build your own perfect AI language tutor, what's the first thing you're going to learn?